Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Alright. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Hey, don't call the number yet. Man, how y'all feeling, man? I hope everybody's well. I hope if you're in the city, I hope you're avoiding all that bullshit ass weather. Stay dry. You know what I'm saying? I am your host, Honcho. If you don't know, man, I thank you sincerely for allowing me to have the privilege of chopping it up with you today. I hope everybody is well. Like I said, it's early. I guess I don't know. We can have a fucking Friday. I mean, but we still gonna do the pregame later on tonight. I'm trying to make sure I got my right notes here. So we still gonna make that shake. This is the one. My fault. But shout out to Asmel. You know, because he made a special request and I was like, shit, you know, I got some time. Today I got time, cuz. Man, if you ain't never seen that shit, you gotta see that shit, man. That shit is fucking hilarious. You know, the other day I was being cool and shit, you know. But today I got time, cuz. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, see, the school and shit is out, man. So, you know, yeah, man, and that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And either way, you know, because it's crazy how this is something that we mentioned, but now, you know, people will justifiably have an excuse to not show up. And I mean, you can't blame if it's flooding, if it's raining, all that shit is happening, then what can you do, right? But let's get into the conversation real quick. Let me see what we got joining us this evening. Then we're gonna dive in. Cooper Weeks asked me a slime season. Slime season. Cool Amber. Cool boy. Rigo, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Tay Hill, JT Pryor, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. But let's talk about it, Jack. You know what I'm saying? The Rockets are in a bit of a predicament, because right now everybody's acting like, oh, the series is this series. The series has gone as series are designed to go. The home court has won every game. And to me, it feels like the Rockets have had better chances in the Oracle, well, because they played there more, but to win it and switch the home court advantage than the Warriors have had in Houston. Now, let's talk about narratives. Let's talk about bullshit and the way the media is going to spin shit, okay? First narrative, KD's out. This is the same team, right, that broke the record, right? Prior to KD, this is the same team that were champions, and he ran and joined them. This is the same team that went to back-to-back finals before he came through, right? Same core, right? Not having to worry about facing a LeBron, anything like that. So people are acting like, well, if there's no KD, then they're just terrible. This is the same fucking team that y'all were still calling great in the dynasty before KD joined. But now that KD's out, it went from I don't know what's bigger, mega or super. It went from a super team to a super team. You know what I'm saying? It's still the fucking same shit. They look for it exactly the mark. Like the media, this is something, again, if you've been fucking with Salt Sports, even on the other channel, whatever, y'all know, like when I first started, that was like one of the videos I talked about how the national media hates Houston and some of the reasons why. And Harden played an excellent game. Made all the right basketball moves in the last game. People cry about Harden, oh, he's an ISO player, he's a ball hog, he dribbles a lot, he takes all the shots. He facilitates, he distributes, he gets his teammates open, he recognizes that he's drawing the attention of the defense. So he finds guys that are open, they don't execute. Chris Paul gets fouled to make some bad plays. Clay steps out of bounds, but we're not going to talk about that. But it shouldn't even have to come down to that situation. My thing is, I'll tell you, there's been national media hate for James Harden and his greatness. If it would be anybody else, they worship it. If it's anybody else, if James Harden played in LA, if James Harden played for Golden State, this would not be the narrative. It's Houston. They hate this city. I don't know why. They hate us because they ain't us. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. James Harden, you need to be getting ready for the game. Motherfuckers sat there and tried to say the eye injury was fake and all this. This motherfucker got blood red eyes. Motherfuckers don't even want to talk about this shit like it's not a thing, but they'll talk about Curry raggedy finger that was jammed for a day. They'll talk about them old bullshit ass wobbly baby ankles he got when that shit has not even been a factor, They won't talk about how this motherfucker's rode KD's coattails to this point. And then when KD wasn't playing, then he showed up. He hasn't had to exert himself to the same level, but it is what it is. James Harden is in a situation where he cannot win. Even if he wins, he cannot win. The Rockets, even if they win the series, they cannot win because what are they going to say? Oh, asterisk, there was no KD, and, they're going to say all the same bullshit. But they didn't let up on us. They gave us no reprieve when CP3 went down, right? Oh, well, they still missed, 27 shots, even though they made some shots. The refs called them on the floor and give them the foul shots. It's like, I don't get it. Yeah, and if they would have won the series with KD, they'd said, oh, well, there's no Boogie. Boogie ain't been relevant the whole fucking year. Yeah, I don't care about the asterisks because they try to give us asterisks on the fucking ones we won. Well, Jordan wouldn't. Yes, the fuck he was. It wasn't his fault he couldn't beat fucking was it Orlando? Like so he was there. You know what I'm saying? You can Mac 11. Just go to Reddit, look up NBA streams. You'll have some options there. So my thing is this, man. My thing is this. It doesn't matter, and this is why I get so upset with fans in the city who are not fans of the teams in the city, because all we got is us. Y'all remember fucking Nelly way back in the day when he had that dirty ENT? The slogan was, "We all we got." That's all we got. We all we got, man. Ain't nobody fucking with Houston. Everybody hates us. Dallas definitely hates us. Everybody in the trajectory or around us hates us because you got so many other teams relatively close by. So like I say basketball, you got Dallas and you got Houston. You got a bunch of bandwagoners. You got the Pelicans over there. You got people all around us, so it's not like it's a big open space in America where there's a lot of people just gravitate towards one team in that area. We just kind of hold down South Texas on our own. So you got a lot of fraud people who call themselves whatever fans of whatever. Football, same way. Houston, the Oilers left for a little bit, so a lot of people went with them to Tennessee. A lot of people became Cowboys fans. And then you got a lot of people who are Texans fans, but we're probably, what's funny is the Texans are probably like the smallest fan base in the NFL, but the Texans make so much more money than the majority of other franchises. You wonder how does that work? Because they came in and they operate like a business. And they know that Houston was fiending for fucking football, and they scared to say anything because if football leaves, it is what it is. But let's talk about CP3 for a little bit. We'll talk about Capella for a little bit, and then home court advantage, and then I'll open up the line. Let you guys call in, express your thoughts. CP3. I ain't trusting no process. CP3 has had a less than stellar series. I'm going to be honest and say I don't think there's been a game in this playoff run so far that I was just like, wow, CP3 played amazing. You know what I'm saying? I was right though. I was right about it. In the long run, I was right. He helped out, but he ain't helped out enough. Goddamn. Yeah, he's got to do something. But right now, this is what the fifth game. Well, no, it was 5 against Utah, and then it was 5 or 6 against Utah. 6 against Utah, and then this is game 6 now. This is the 12th game of the playoffs, and he hasn't gotten going. And part of it is Capella and what he brings is Capella. The Rockets spent a lot of money between those two guys right there. I think they damn near got half the fucking salary cap. And they have not done shit. Capella wanted a lot of money. And the reason he wasn't getting offers like that and he wasn't getting interest like that, because what Capella had to realize was the majority of his success comes from benefiting off of James Harden, benefiting off Chris Paul. It's Harden, Tucker, and Rivers now. That's terrible. Look, we got to give that boy Gordon some credit, man. And I guess this is something I wouldn't think I'd be saying, but saying thank goodness for Gordon. Gordon has been, able to step it up in CP3's absence, I guess. But how you present but you're absent? I guess that's my fucking eye. But 335 was the motherfucking deal, and Jason 713 was the motherfucking deal. It's just tough, man. It's tough. I'd rather Gordon be on or off, because when he's on, it's on. But then when you have Yeah, when Gordon gets out there and plays aggressive, and he's like fuck it when he's fuck it Gordon, that's the good Gordon. When he's overly focused Gordon, he's a bad Gordon. But when he get out there and say fuck it, I'm gonna let this shit fly, Gordon's a fucking beast, and that's not something. Gordon been solid on defense for the most part. CP3. I don't care if it's all fucking mid-range shots. It's been a couple times he's passed up open looks. It's just, I don't know what's going on with him. And if he don't leave it all out on the court tonight, there won't be a game 7. I don't care if you feeling tentative, if you feeling, afraid of going through an injury again. I don't know what the fuck was going on with CP3. But if you don't get this shit right and get this shit fucking going tonight, like if you don't have a stellar game, like some of those games he had, in Harden's absence last year, I don't know what to say about CP3. And then you're going to be stuck with this contract for the next 3 years? When he was looking like, because what he was rated, like the second best point guard or something like that last year, his efficiency rating or whatever. I can only imagine what it is this year. I can only imagine what it is this year. Right now, look, Morey's a magic man, but that's going to be a tough fucking out right there. Like, it'll be a tough fucking. That's what I say. I think something is up, man. I think that's what's up. But, you're going to have Clay's going to be asked to do more, and that little dirty motherfucker. He gets to be the second man now that Durant is gone, and so, he's going to try to step it up and get his shit going. It's going to be a tough situation. Capella, I'm very disappointed. I got to shit on everybody early, right? You shit on everybody early, then they gonna get activated. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like right now, CP3 is not producing what he's getting paid for. You would expect along the lines of a double if you're getting that money. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Aisha gonna be there, and fucking you see, I'm fucking calling him Clint. Steph came out, and I'm proud of you. I love you. I told you that motherfucker was a simp. That motherfucker go sit there and I don't care if you want attention from other men. You're my wife. Aisha restaurant got flooded. Good. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. But the thing about it is just like it's. But you say, oh, your mama used to type that. The motherfucker there is a simp. You better say something. She probably punked his ass in the sink. You better say something. Get these motherfuckers off my back. They're making Martin memes about me, Steph. Martin. But my thing is just it's a tough situation, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm being weird fucking gram messages. But this is what we're gonna do, man. Because like I said, I'm excited. I have confidence in my Rockets. But right now, I'm just looking at how empty that stadium's going to be tonight. And that energy is not going to be there because that's an ego thing. When your team, hits those big shots, makes those great plays, when he dropped Curry, make Curry break his ankle. Those big plays like that and the crowd goes wild, it adds, insult to the injury. And that has an effect on the ego and it can make it difficult for certain players. But that bitch gonna be quiet as a fucking, I don't know, depending on what church you go to. I'm gonna say it's gonna be quiet like a Sunday service, but some of y'all be going to church, they be catching the Holy Ghost and breakdancing and shit. But I mean, here's the thing though. That kind of energy is exciting. I mean, you gotta, they feed off that. He gotta pump himself up, but it is what it is. So let's talk about it, man. Let me open up this line. We just gonna talk about it. Cause like I said, I don't want to talk about everything. I want to say some stuff for the pregame tonight. So I got a few other things on my mind, but I don't want to spill all the sauce. And then just basically be repeating myself tonight. But fake audience noise. There's gonna be one fan in that bitch. And let me cut the I ain't even got the fucking line up. But there's gonna be one fan in that bitch. It's just gonna be Tillman. And then alright, we should be live. We should be Gucci. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they gotta do something, man. I don't know. I mean, there's no excuse. The Rockets should come out and bust their ass. But wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got these fugazi ass fans, and I don't understand the nature. I don't understand the nature, you know, of that type of shit. Well, I just like to play. But I mean, at the same time, I don't know, I guess you could say it was like how motherfuckers were with Jordan. But I think people were fans of Jordan, not necessarily the Bulls. They were just fans of Jordan. You got motherfuckers who are Golden State fans in Texas, in Houston, you know. Knowing that, like, and that's what's so much more insulting about that is Houston is, for the last 2 years, I would say, been the second best team in the league. Started off, had the injuries and shit this year, but went from 14 basically to the number 2 spot until them two teams decided they didn't want no smoke, so they fucked off a win. So Houston couldn't eat, and then you know, like why wouldn't you be rooting for your team, the only team in the league that can really topple Golden State? You go root for Golden State. Like, I'm gonna ride with the underdog, man, because it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. No, man, they don't know anything. There's no fucking real Golden State fans. There's like 3 of them in that arena that's been fucking with them when they had them those fucking blue and what is that, magenta? The fucking jerseys are early, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's terrible, man. I would say for Vegas, we not the underdog. Oh, Vegas knows. Vegas got the money. You know what I'm talking about? So as long as we look at Vegas, what Vegas say so, then shit, you gotta know something. Who the fuck is this? Nah, nigga. I don't want your help. You look like Steph Curry. Somebody sent a damn message talking about I can help you grow your channel and this and this. Nah, nigga, you look like Steph Curry. I don't want no motherfucking. I don't want no assistance from no Steph Curry looking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Grow your beard, look like James Harden, and then we'll talk about something. But are we +7? Okay. This is the only fucking team they have. Man, look. Yeah, that's terrible. What they got? What's their college team? The Utah Bulls or something? They got what? What's that? Utah State. I can't even remember the motherfuckers. No. We're gonna do a pregame tonight. Like I said, I'll just take some calls early. You know, Asmel made a special request, so we can just chop it up and just talk about what's going on, but how these things are gonna impact the game. But we're definitely gonna talk about it tonight because I'm sure some new information, new things will come out tonight. That's why I was curious who the refs are gonna be tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we still definitely gonna have a pregame tonight. Ron Shannon, what's the motherfucking deal? CP3 definitely has to step it up. Like, I'm gonna be honest, his performance, I had his stat line somewhere, and I gotta get better about saving the shit. I'll pull him back up probably for the night. But he's been average. He's basically, you know what I'm saying? He's basically been a bench player essentially. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is frustrating because you feel like he's capable of so much more, and you're wondering what's holding him back. It's not like he is not having the opportunities, you know, but maybe ever since Harden flipped him off, maybe his feelings got hurt. I don't know. Excuse me. But something got to shake. Like something has to shake because that shit that he's been doing is unacceptable. I'm trying to find. I thought I had that shit saved. No, that's from another game. I thought I had it saved because his stat line was like, this is not it, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he ain't gave you 20. That's what I'm saying. He's like a bench player, basically. You know, why NBA review inconclusive on the late play. And the motherfuckers, they fucking know what was up. But yeah, man, my deal is like they're disappointing Elijah Wan. All right, Elijah Wan's disappointed. We saw that super power block, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. They got to take advantage of it. They got to take advantage of it. Yeah, it's going to take 7. Somehow Houston still going to win in 6. I said Houston in 6. Somehow they still going to win. Mr. Killer KB, Dewey Harris, what's the motherfucking deal? Larry Martin, what's the motherfucking deal, babe? But like I say, I'm frustrated, man. Like, honestly, I don't even know what to say. I feel like we're going to win tonight. But it's more so, can we get a game from CP3? Can we get a game from Capella? If those two dudes could step up tonight. If they would have stepped up during this entire series, the series would be over with right now. If Capella and CP3 would have stepped up this entire series, it would have been over in 5. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the sauce line this evening? Ask me, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind?
You know, I'm with you on the whole fact that people want to make it seem like it's just gonna be a cakewalk. Like, people have really been watching the series. You know, I was there for Game 5, and when I tell you that when Durant goes down, the whole everyone's quiet. Like even the Rocket fans that were there, like no one was celebrating. Everyone was just wondering, like, all right, what's about to happen? Are the Rockets gonna take advantage of this opportunity, or are the Warriors now going to step up? Because it's either or, and ultimately, the Warriors stood up. And to my surprise, when Green, gets that flagrant, I'm thinking like, okay, here we go. Chris Paul at least is making some type of a noise behind the fact that he's getting that foul. Maybe we can get the team riled up, but it actually went the other way and ended up firing up Green. So he goes right up and shoots a 3. And when your worst shooter on the floor, that would be like Capella hitting a 3, for the Rockets. And you could just feel it in the air, like, shit, here they go. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I think it came down to the fact that Chris Paul tried to do what he did last year in Game 5, which is I'm gonna get the ball, I'm gonna take over, and I'm gonna make sure that we keep this lead and we go home with the dub. Yeah. But unlike last year, he hasn't been shooting anything, and I think it has to do with Capella. And the thing about Capella is most people are just starting to notice it in this series, but I noticed it in the Jazz series where he was getting out rebound. Where he was getting basically, they were hitting shots over him, and to me, it's like, at one point, does D'Antoni say, "I know we're paying you $95+ million, but for this series now, for us to win this series, for us to get to the goal that we have put in place, which is a chip, I'm gonna need you to sit down for the series, like." Because he's out there, and it's like now, like when you look at him playing, it's not even that, he's playing bad. It's more of it's in his mind now, The fact that Nene's out there and goes out, and it makes it look a little bit easier. Obviously, Nene gets into foul trouble a lot easier than Capella does, but when it comes to getting a mid-range shot out or getting a rebound, it just seems a lot more easier for Nene than it does for Capella. So, me being an athlete, like putting myself in his position, I know what it is to, be brought up. someone else to come in that you know is not completely better than you, but is out there performing better than you, and it's frustrating. So I know it's got to be frustrating for him, and it's like he can't get over that frustration. So that frustration leads to other people getting frustrated, like PJ Tucker. You people saw the clip of PJ Tucker walking off the field, throwing his shirt away. Like that frustration is not because they didn't win Game 5. It's because there's certain things that are like, come on, bro. Like, at what point are you gonna wake up? Like, PJ Tucker doesn't even make that much money, but he playing like he's the one making $100 million.
Exactly.
CP3, like, to me, is like that Capella thing is really affecting him because usually when Capella's on, CP3 will lean on him to, just give him the ball and get it right back, and then shoot off that pass. And he hasn't been able to do that. Like, Capella had 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Like, bro, we can't have that. And to me, D'Antoni, like, he acted too slow to get Capella off the floor in the fourth, quarter. Like, after the first turnover, like, after Curry hit that 3 over him, like, I was like, get him out ASAP. Because that's another thing I've noticed. Like, Curry gets a lot more confident when Capella's out there to go and shoot that 3 over him. The other thing I noticed is when Curry got the switch on CP3, he thought he was going to get Capella on him, but he ended up getting PJ Tucker, and I could see Curry's hesitation on the floor to even go at PJ Tucker. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, for Game 6, you got to let PJ Tucker take turns with Harden guarding Curry so that you can out-physically beat this dude. Klay Thompson, to me, he probably will go off, but it's okay with one of their players going off. Because we won Game 3 and 4 with Durant having 40-plus points, and it was all right as long as nobody else was getting them. So to me, tonight, like, besides the fact that we're probably not going to have a packed house, if we have a packed house today, I will be completely in shock because there's no.
I'll be like, what?
I will be completely in shock. But like I said, if they want me to show up, they're going to have to send me a freaking courtside free ticket because ain't no way I'm risking my Mercedes to go out there and fucking be in flooded water. Like, nah, it ain't happening, player. But I mean, so that's the other thing. Like, to me, like, you finally kind of get a break with Kevin Durant going down and not being able to come back to the series. But do you really? Because now you don't even have with this storm happening. It's like, what is the home court advantage that you were gonna have? Like, there's not really much of that. I don't think that we're gonna have. So it's gonna be really up to the players what they want to do. But yeah, man, it's gonna be big tonight. I think they got. I mean, shoot, they got to come out firing, bro. Like, most people are like, oh, they got to get a blowout today. I'd rather them not get a blowout because I think that would put them in an overconfident place to think that they're gonna go back to Oracle and just win it. The good thing about it is obviously that we've won in Oracle this year twice when we played them there. And so to me, it's like if you get this win, even if you win it by 10, if you win it by 6, like that's enough for me. And then you go back to Oracle and you finish them off. But like I've told you before, like I'm not even scared of the Warriors because obviously we have all this experience playing them. We play them hard. I don't even remember the last time they actually blew us out. So, I don't get scared by that. What I'm looking at on the other side is, hey, we have this team that we saw how the Rockets played against the Bucks. If we thought that the Warriors had came out Game 5 with the speed to just, inbound the ball and get the guy that's on the other side fast, and get them to score, like the Bucks do that all game. You know what I'm saying? So if you got out there a Capella guy who can't rebound and can't even pass the ball, like what's gonna happen when you get to the finals and play the Bucks? Like it's gonna be all for nothing if you beat the Warriors. Because to me, the ultimate goal is to get to the finals and win it. But now you got to go out there and play the Bucks. Not only do you have to play the Bucks, but to me as a Harden, now to me it's like MVP versus MVP thing, right?
Yeah.
Where they're looking at it like, who is the real MVP? Is it Harden? Is it Giannis? And Giannis is gonna step up. I know Harden's gonna step up, but who else from their team's gonna step up? You're looking at Bledsoe on the other side. Bledsoe, bro, I mean their defense. They are a fast-paced team, and they are the second team to put up threes as much as we do as well. So, it's going to be a crazy finals if we get there. But ultimately, they can't obviously look forward to that, thinking, just because Durant's out, it's going to be a cakewalk. But man, everything obviously today. I mean, if we lose, there ain't no other chance.
Yeah.
So they gotta win tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna affect Harden if they don't win tonight. But ultimately, Capella has been like a ghost, and CP3 is being tentative as heck, more tentative than I see Shumpert sometimes. Like, wondering if he wants to hit the three or if he wants to, dribble a little bit and hit the two. Like way more tentative than that. And to the irony, when the Rockets won a goal, these last two games that we won, Game 3 and Game 4, we started driving the ball and getting mid range shots, and then went to the three. So to the irony of it, you let go of the guy who had a mid range shot no matter what, which is Carmelo. So to come bite you in the ass, yeah, he didn't play defense, but when you need the points, that's the guy you could have put in and get them going. And I mean, it's just crazy. I think the way all this stuff is going down. But yeah, man, that's just my spill.
They need to call him, tell him come back, man. We need you for a game. Shout out to Asmel. You know he hung up on me. It's all good. But yeah, man, you gotta call Carmelo up and say, "What's up, man? Rick Ruder, what's the motherfucking deal?" Man, made a very interesting point. We can't look past this Golden State team. But what he was talking about again when you were actually driving, because they expect to play the three. When you actually started driving and scoring those mid-range buckets, it changed the way that they defended, and it opened a lot more up. Shumpert in 16 minutes had the same amount of points as Chris Paul in 38. Chris Paul just had four more rebounds and 6 more assists. It's inexcusable. PJ Tucker had a double-double, 13 and 10, 1 assist. Derek Gordon, 19, 1 and 2, same amount of minutes as Chris Paul. Right, 11, 6 and 6. And 11, 6 and 6 ain't bad across the board. It means you're doing a little bit of this, that, and the third, but inexcusable, man. Inexcusable. I don't fucking know, man. I got questions. Clint Capella, 6 points, 1 assist, 14 rebounds. There's no way Clint Capella should ever leave a game with less than, honestly, 18 points with all the opportunities that are given him every game. Easy money buckets. Can't seal the deal on easy money buckets. Like, he's so nervous. It's that little fucking piece of blonde shit in his hair. You know what I'm saying? It's the little blonde shit in his fucking hair that's fucking him up, man. Let me see if I pull it. Hold on, let me stop it right now. Okay, yeah, was 3 for 10. 3 for 10. That's unacceptable. This motherfucker's not shooting the ball, man. He doesn't shoot anything. 3 for 10. 30%. 30% in the paint from Capella. That's all he's doing is operating to lobs. You know what I'm saying? That fucking I want the Warrior shit is gonna come back to bite him in the ass. Going to bite him in the ass. And shit, that might be why Chris Paul ain't right. He might have been upset ever since that fucking comment. But shit's ridiculous, man. 3 for 10. For the game before that, 3 or 4. So the game before that, you were 75%. Next game, you're 30%. Prior to that, 6 of 9. And this is not like the opportunities haven't been there, because they are there. You just not capitalizing, man. Yeah, that blonde shit is weird shit. That's why old buddy took that shit out of his head. You putting that shit in your head. That shit is not, there's nothing cool about that. It must be some old Swedish shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really questionable. Because you're not asking Capella to do a whole lot. You're really not. But something else he mentioned. Let me see. Let me bring that back up because I want to look at that. You got Harden playing, 45 minutes? Him and Tucker both played 45 minutes. Give it to it all. Chris Paul played 38. Derek Gordon played 38. Rivers gave a solid 24. How is Rivers playing almost as many minutes as Capella? That doesn't even make sense. That does not make sense. I don't know. But anyway, like I say, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I've been saying Hartenstein needs to get some out. I guarantee you, if Hartenstein got in there, he's not going to give any fucks, and he's going to go fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like I say, just let him get in there. The boy can play. The boy good. The boy can play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's my thing, man. Where we at? We'll talk a couple more minutes, then we'll get ready to slow it down. Like I say, there's a couple of things we'll talk about later. The pregame show. Yeah, got a diss deal. There you go. That's the 335 diss track. There you go. Oh man, I don't get that. I don't get the hey, go do this. Weird behavior, you know. But I'm just like I say, it's like this couple that I don't want to get into yet. But we need more Gerald Green, man. We need more Gerald Green. Fuck it. Look, I'd rather let's play Gerald Green the center. He can jump. He can get up there. He'll try to get you a block. He'll be playing all wild and shit. But I don't know, man. Something about this team just doesn't have that same energy that it felt like it had last season. You know, especially in this series. I know, you know. But here's the interesting thing, right? The tables have flipped. The situation that Golden State was in last year, Houston is in this year. I know we like to make comparisons and parallels and all that stuff, you know, what your except for their star went down instead of their second best guy going down. But it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens, man, because it's really on the Rockets. The Rockets control their fucking destiny. The Rockets are a better team than Golden State. They just don't fucking play that way. They just refuse to play like, let's all click, let's all like, if you would have told me Capella was going 30% in the paint, I'd be ready to fight. You tell me this motherfucker's not eating this, again, it's, I don't know, this is unexpected type shit. Start the bench, I don't know, don't do that. You're gonna put yourself in a super fucking hole. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm going ready to go ahead and wind it down. We're gonna hit the little 45-minute mark, but we'll be live tonight. Let me make sure I got the correct game time. I told y'all the wrong shit. God damn it. All right, yeah. So tonight's at 7 o'clock. Okay, so hey, Jack. 7 o'clock. Y'all be ready? We'll be live for the pregame. Might 7:15. Might just do 45-minute pregame. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all for fucking with it. Get some good old midday sauce. Been a long time since we had old midday sauce, but it was cool. Good deal. But yeah, we'll start. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to start implementing something. Maybe some midday sauce. Look, all y'all little niggas who in school. Fuck y'all. God damn it. You know we gonna talk about shit without y'all. Now I'm fuck with y'all. But with that being said, I'll catch y'all at 7. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, man, hey Jack, y'all stay saucy. And let's go Rockets. I'm out.